now you can see that we consider ourselves athletes, but we're not going to bungee jump. You're not going to get a Christmas card from us skydiving in tandem, with a helmet on our head. We're not what you would call outdoor sports people. There is a big difference between people who play badminton and outdoor sports people. A couple of years ago, I got a telephone call from a speaker friend of mine from South Carolina, Al Walker. Al is also an associate of mine in Platform Professionals, a group of 6 humorists who work together and have for years. Al is a funny man. He's so funny that I thought he was joking in the phone call because he was calling to ask Left Brain and me to go on an 8-day whitewater rafting trip down the Colorado River through the Grand Canyon. The trip was to take place 2 years later, made it last August. I do not know what made me do this, but without batting an eye, I said, Al, you put the Robertsons down, we're going. We finally did gather at the river, and when we saw it, even the Baptist group quit singing in the middle of the beautiful. Oh my goodness. It wasn't a clear, cool Colorado River. It looked like chocolate milk swirling around. You wouldn't have bathed in this water. You wouldn't have put your dog in this water. You wouldn't have put your foot in there. It would have stopped the whole thing. And finally somebody said, is this the Colorado? And our guide, Sparky, said, oh, this is it. It's a little muddy now. It's monsoon season. You should have come in June. It's clear in June. Tom Parham said June's when you took the pictures for the website, wasn't it? I finally spoke up and said, Sparky, is it going to be like this all 8 days? And he said, well, Jeannie, I could lie to you. Left Brain standing right behind me said, if somebody hadn't lied to me, I wouldn't be on this. Let me make sure you understand right here. Let's just say, Alan White, you're good. Let's say I got a bucket, and it's full of mud and sticks and bugs. And I fill it with water, and while you're just sitting on the raft catching up on your correspondence, I start swirling this bucket, and I'm watching you the whole time. And when you least expect it, I take the whole bucket and I throw it right in your face. And then while you recover, I start swirling another bucket. And I hit you in the face with this stuff for 8 days when you never know. The first time it hit us, people said, oh my goodness, that was something else, wasn't it? Hand me that towel. This thing messed up my outfit. Hand me that towel. And this thing comes, you by the second day, you see it coming, you turn your head and duck. By the third day, you don't even do anything but pause in conversation. Yeah, our son graduated from Elon University. You just keep right on going. But interestingly enough, that wasn't the only thing that happened. We drew straws, and every so often some people had to sit up in what they call the bucket or the bathtub. This meant you really got it tough. And one time, Left Brain was here, and I was here, and one of our new Baptist friends from South Carolina was right here, and Sparky stopped the raft. And he came up and said, we're getting ready to go over a rapids where you will drop 20 feet. For a few seconds, you will be completely submerged. There are ropes on either side of you. Grasp those ropes. Do not let go. If you let go, you will be swept off the raft, and we will pick you up downriver. And then he left. Left Brain said, what'd he say? He said to hold on. We went down, and have you The water came all over us. We were holding on. You couldn't see any sunlight. And when we came up, I couldn't breathe. I couldn't talk. And I nodded at left brain, I'm alive. He said, I'm alive. And I turned to my new friend on the left. And I said, I don't think I've ever been through anything like that. And she said, you're not a Baptist, are you? The first night we got off that raft, and it was like a B-rated zombie movie. Moving along, mud covered all over us. It was terrible. Within a few minutes, Tom Parham came up and says, Robertson, I've checked. There's no way out of here. We're stuck on this river for 8 days, 227 miles. But I'm gonna be nice about it because I want to keep my sense of humor about it. But when we get home, you better know I'm gonna burn down your house. But he was wrong. There is a way out. The National Park Service will helicopter in and get you if you die. Or if you break a leg. And I thought about it. Nothing messy, not a knee or an ankle, but right in here, left brain said he thought about breaking one of my legs too. But that first night, old Sparky announced they were putting out wine. 45-degree wine, if anybody might be interested. Might be interested. The Catholics, the Episcopalians, the Presbyterians, the Methodists just almost trampled him to the ground. But where are the Baptists in here? Would you raise your hand? We know you're here. You're always here. You would have been so proud of your brothers and sisters. They said, none for us. Y'all go ahead. No, that's okay. One of the Episcopalians said, well, thank goodness, there's a whole lot more for us. The second night, they put out the wine. And as they poured it, a couple of the Baptists just started coming over, and one of them said, is it real cold? The third morning, we saw the whole choir section huddling with Al Walker. I said, what are they up to? I don't know. They've got a new song, I guess. A minute, Al took his cup and raked it across the rock and said he had an announcement from the Baptist group. From this point on, what happened on the river stayed on the river.